Hello lovely people and welcome back to our channel. So today's video is going to be a first impressions video on these three products over here from P Louise and MMMitchell. They are in the shades Nitro, Raver and the limited edition one, which is Limelight. So if you're curious to find out our reviews, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. Now this collaboration between P Louise and MMMitchell, it consists of eye bases and also a brush set. So the whole collection is, you can purchase the whole collection for around £111. But if you want to purchase them separately, then the cosmetic paints that they have released retail for £14.50 each, and the brush set, which includes 3 brushes, it retails for £24. The package that they offer, which is for £111, it has all the shades that have been released. I think they have released around 5 to 6 shades. So it has all the shades they've released apart from Limelight. So if you want to purchase Limelight, you have to purchase it separately from rest of the collection. Now, when I was looking at it and when I wanted to make my purchase, I really didn't feel the need to splurge in the whole £111 collection. What I did was I purchased 3 of the cosmetic paints. Now one of them is this shade over here, Nitro. It's kind of like a shade of blue. Over here it looks like it's not that bold. And then the next one that I've purchased is called Raver. And finally, the one I've purchased is called Limelight. Now, all these shades are definitely something that I don't really use on regular basis, and they're really playful colors. So what I'll do is I'll do quick swatches. I'll see what information is available on the website. When I was making my purchase, I realized that they didn't have a lot of information to give. Okay, so this collaboration between P Louise and MMMitchell is called Acid Rain, and they say that this collaboration is coming together of the king and the queen of makeup as we support one another to build an alliance and encourage others to do the same. The packaging is combination of our personalities, the color and craziness in a box. The brick wall designed of the collection box symbolizes 2 of us taking the bricks that sometimes may get thrown at us from online communities and social media platforms, and how we use them to build our empires. So I think the first time I heard about P Louise was when Nikki Tutorials said that the eyeshadow base from P Louise was the best ever she's tried. So at that point I purchased it and it was for £10. I see now that she has changed her packaging for the eyeshadow base, and there are like lots of more shades available. The quantity of those eyeshadow bases is 0.4G, but then again they are not really they're not really cosmetic paints. They're like your normal eyeshadow base to use before you use your eyeshadows. Whereas these over here, they're called cosmetic paints, and the idea is that you apply them, they are self-setting, and you don't need to set it with an eyeshadow. What I'm going to do in this video is share my first impressions, because today was the first time I was using them, so I can't really give a review at this stage. And also what I want to do is do swatches, because when I was searching for information before I purchased, I found like really less videos with these products, so I just want to make sure that there's one available if someone is interested. Now again, I haven't purchased all the shades that they're selling. They're selling quite a few. Okay, so they have around 6, actually 7, because they also have Limelight. So they have like around 7 shades that they've released. If you were to buy the full package, it would also include their mirror, brushes, and 6 of these cosmetic paints apart from the Limelight one. And I know that she also has these Basic Brights single bases. So basically she also has eyeshadow bases that are colored. I haven't purchased them so far, but definitely wanted to get my hands on this cosmetic paint because I wasn't sure if it's limited edition or what's happening. Now, for today's video, I wanted to play around with this shade called Nitro, which is kind of like a bluish green shade. I must say that I went really overboard with what I was trying to achieve today, so I ended up just hiding this pretty color on the top of my eyelids. I don't know what I was trying to do, because I even purchased the P Louise Secret Sinner eyeshadow palette, and it had so many amazing colors that I just forgot that today's video was about these cosmetic paints, and I started playing around with a lot of different colors and moved on to glitter from NYX and ended up with an eye look that I wasn't really intending for. So what I did do was I used it as an eyeliner on my lower lash line, as you can see it. So what I'll do is I'll just do like a quick first impressions of what I feel about these products. Now, this over here that you see, I put it on a couple of hours ago when I wanted to use this cosmetic paint as an overall lid color. I of course then went on to use it as an under eye eyeliner. Now, I have washed my hands few times already and it is not going off. So I imagine to remove this, I'm definitely going to need some stronger makeup remover, like an oil-based makeup remover, because simply soap and water is not getting it off my hand. And that is to give you guys a proof as to how long lasting these are. When I did put it on my eyelid, I went on with an eyeshadow on top of it because I wasn't sure, and I think I kind of like messed the color while doing that. So they can, or they are supposed to be used on their own without the need of setting it with an eyeshadow. I think I was just feeling too experimental today. So I'll start with the packaging. They are packaged in this fashion. So it's like a pressing tube, and you see the shade color over here. The packaging is silver, white, cute in a way. You do get lesser product than you would get with, let's say, other products. Now, this is how it is. You're supposed to squeeze it out. I already have it on the back of my hand, so I don't really need to show it to you, but I'll still show it. So here you have it, and if I just do this, you see how strong it is. But it's definitely way more blue than it shows over here or on the website. Looking at this, I feel like maybe it's gonna have like a bit of a balance between blue and green, but when I take it out, it's definitely proper blue. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going to swatch is called Raver. Now, I haven't really used it, so I'm going to be opening it for the first time with you guys. So again, I'm doing this. Then of course it is sealed. So let's remove the seal. And the product is quite like settled at the moment because I haven't really used it. So let's try and squeeze a little bit out and see what we get. I'll use a okay, I think I've tried to take a lot. Okay. So here we have the pink, again, really opaque. So they aren't really like that kind of shades that you need to set with an eyeshadow. They're cream products, but they're kind of self-setting, and if you just put them on and apply it and leave it, you would not have the need to put another eyeshadow on top of it. And that's the mistake that I've made today, and like I said, I just got carried away with all the different shades that were available in the Secret Center palette, and I think I was just like looking at each of them and like, oh, shall I use this? Shall I use this? Shall I use this? And in the end, it just ended up to be a completely different look. So I'll definitely be doing more looks with just these cosmetic paints. So now this one is Limelight. This one is the one that you have to buy separately. Okay, it's slightly different from the other two because it's got some kind of a liquid on top of it. So I'm gonna try and squeeze it out. Okay, yeah, so you can already see like some kind of oil dropping. Don't know why that would be because the other two didn't have it. Okay. So for some reason, it definitely has more oil. I've had a lot of oil drop onto the back of my hand. Okay. Okay, so this is the shade on its own. A fantastic shade, and again, not a shade that I would necessarily reach out to, but now that I've purchased these, I'm definitely keen on giving it a go. I'm not sure why there is more oil though, and I've wasted like tons of product trying to get another proper swatch out. Okay, oh wow, okay. So this is how this green is. Extremely neon. So, and here are my fingers. It's a proper rainbow color happening here. So really, my first impressions of this product is that these are really unique. I am not sure if I have seen another brand doing this kind of stuff, and I think, you know, like as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really an experimental person, but even I felt like after laying my hands on these 3 cosmetic paints, even I felt like, oh my god, I need to try it out and I need to be more experimental. That's why I put like this this Nitro eyeliner on my lower lash line. So it isn't that you can just only use it as an all-over lid color. You could use it as your eyeliner, and again, don't need to set it with the eyeshadow powder. So definitely, if you want to like experiment with different looks, I think these are really looking to be amazing shades to play around with. Downfall, I'm not so sure at the moment because I haven't like used it enough to know what the downside is going to be. The colors are really experimental. I think they retail for £14.50, and then she does sell colored eyeshadow bases for like £10 each. I would be curious to know what's the difference between those colored eyeshadow bases and these cosmetic paints that makes it like almost 50% more expensive than the other one. But I imagine that could be just to do with the fact that there are, you know, 2 beauty gurus collaborating together, so that's why maybe it's a little bit more expensive. Do you need these products? I think if you're somebody who likes to play around with colors, then definitely go for it. And if you're someone who doesn't really want to be, you know, that experimental, then I would suggest you could buy one of these and maybe like use it as an eyeliner, because as an eyeliner, you know, whether it's on top of your eyelids or on your lower lash line, I think it's going to be really making you stand out. So even if you did like a completely neutral brown eye, you could just use like this neon green on your lower lash line to just give it a pop of a color. I think it's a really good product. Another thing that I've really enjoyed today is the Secret Sinner palette. I will be doing a review on that palette shortly. The colors in that are amazing. And I think the one more thing that I want to try and get my hands on is MMMitchell and Beauty Bay collaboration eyeshadow palette, which is currently out of stock. I have been watching videos where the pigmentation is insane. So definitely worth indulging into this. I think the colors are very unique. Now there are like 4 more shades apart from these 3 that you can get your hands on, so you know, and I think they have like a kind of like a blank canvas as well. I do have already got a couple of eyeshadow bases from P Louise, so I really didn't feel the need of indulging in another eyeshadow like black canvas base. A proper yes from my end. I'm itching to play around with these colors and do some more colorful looks, so I'll keep you posted of how I get on with these, but so far I really don't have anything negative to say. I feel like it's a very unique product. It is self-setting. It does not dry down immediately, so it does give you some playtime. Overall, a definite yes if you're somebody who's experimental, and if you're someone who's not experimental with looks, then I would say buy a couple to just use as an eyeliner. So I think that's it from me. I have covered everything that I wanted to discuss today. If you have any questions, then please do leave them in the comment section down below, and until next time, please keep smiling.